It's time to kick ass and chew bubble gum, and I'm all out of gum.
Great success.
Well, hello there guys, and welcome to the channel. Let's take a look at what's happening here, because it does not want to show my phone screen. What's up, Kdog? How are you doing? Morning, Kitty, mods and chat. The likes viewed ratio is perfect 1-to-1. Actually, we have 7 views and only 5 likes. That means there are 2 of you who are not. Alright, sure that the rest of you will show up shortly, but why is not my screen working? That is not good. This is not good. Something terrible must have happened. I'm experiencing some technical problems. Will I really have to restart the stream? Well, I hope not. I hope not. Technology. The bane in my bottom. Come on, here we are. Will I have to restart the stream? That's the big question. Let me check this out. Why can't it just work? What's up, VJ? How are you doing? Good morning to you. Take a look here. Moment. No signal. There really no signal. Game down? No, game is not down. Game is working. It does not want to connect me. It does not want to carry over my phone to the screen. Oh, I know what I need to do. There we go. Here we go. Let's try this out. There we go. There we go. Wonderful. We fixed that by simply resetting the input source. Good morning, Balrealm. Good morning, Vietnam movie reference. Yes, we do that quite often here. What's up, Sonic Egg? How are you doing? Are there any news this morning that I have missed? Anything interesting happening? We need to get more units. It's a month of February, even though it is... I actually haven't even started the side event as well. But our primary mission today is still units. And we're going to do that as we do always. What's up, Henach? Welcome. We need to get some last and final points in here. So we're going to do that with... Will I be grinding later today? Doubtful. So we can use these guys. So we can use these lot. Hey, what's up? Look who's there. Look who's there. My favorite mod in the world. That would be JJ herself. On this channel, we do pick favorites. And JJ happens to be one of them. And I see absolutely no problem with that. Do you? Ah. Double morning. Ooh. You see, that's why JJ is the favorite. JJ is the only one of you who gave me good morning from 2 different accounts. Always goes the extra step. Rank 3 duped Venompool or unduped Odin. Currently rank 3 cosmics are Herc, Angel and CGR. Well, Angel already ranked. Honestly, like, it kind of depends, like, what do you need each champion for. I think I'd personally rank up Odin before Venompool, especially since you already have Angela ranked up, and those two go very well together. Odin's dupe doesn't really do much, but I would also rank up Venom or Venompool at some point later on, because I think it's quite important how one of those two ranked up. But I think I would personally rank up Odin first. Still how FAS drops, I'm absolutely not surprised. But yeah, oh, that, I don't even know if I have, well, I probably don't have it downloaded, but I didn't really have any issues, so I'm not sure if I should. What's up, Meliodas? What's so good about these two champions? Well, Odin is an absolute tank. Odin is extremely sturdy and does a lot of damage, and can spend the entire fight through focus active, and has increased power rate, so he's quite good. And obviously also all the Odin synergies and pre-fights. With Venompool, Venompool does have quite a lot of redeeming qualities, like his regen against armor ups, quite useful. His access to buffs, Spidey, evade prevention, immunity to power control is very big and important these days. So both of them have very good things going for them. But like for me personally, I think I'd be more likely to rank up Odin, especially if I would have Angela rank 3. So happy with the Hotfix getting smacked in the face way less. Glad to hear it. Would you say back to normal or not quite? Having a favorite is fine as long as it's objectively justified, which in this case it is. Exactly, I agree. JJ should be everybody's favorite. Hotfix did the job for me too. Glad to hear that. What's up, Devansh? How are you doing? What's up, Samarat? Welcome to stream, everybody. Welcome, everyone. Guess what day was yesterday? Yesterday was the bin day. Haha. The bin day is like a mini holiday here. What's up, Dax Malik? But yeah, I genuinely do want to know, does that hotfix, has the hotfix worked for everybody, or there are still people with issues? So I know that we have AXO with frame drops. What device are you using when you have frame drops? Makes it so much better. Way, okay. So now, there you go. So I was fighting Misty, and she got hit by my first hit of my special, but evaded the second hit. Or the, ooh, that's not meant to happen. Yeah, that is absolutely not meant to happen. Is forcing the game run at a higher FPS than intended bannable? No, I don't believe it is. No. Unless you're using some sort of if you're using third-party application that has the ability to modify the game's mechanics, then it could be. Like, but if I don't think it is. Also made me enable again 120 Hz, and it's nice, very good. Facing fire index issue. Are we gonna get compensation? Did you update the hotfix? There is a fix out for it. How you updated your game. If you go to App Store, check it out. There should be a hotfix version available for you to download. Kumar, try installing it. This is my younger sibling. She deleted my new game. All 1 week. Progress gone. Can do it again. Time to eat the child. Be kind to your younger sibling. Don't eat him. Do you sometimes have Exploitation, pressure problems like you thought earlier. Of course I do, Hal. Of course I have my own kind of personal sets of goals and pressures and things like that. As everyone should, you know, you should set yourself realistic, achievable goals and try moving towards them. You shouldn't be just swimming like, you know, aimlessly around life. I hope they buff Glory Star. Looks ridiculous at this point. Yeah, I do hope they buff Glory Star as well. It's way overdue. It's nearly a year. I think the last Glory Star update was in March. Because that's how they typically do it. So, what's the best way to say? So, Glory Star updates. Then about 6 months later, they update AQ rewards. Then they update Glory Star. And that's kind of their rotation. So, yeah, we are due for a Glory Star update very soon. All my wife was gone. I'm gonna get new ones. Enjoy new Shang-Chi. Yeah, Shang-Chi is very good. Shang-Chi is very, very good. What's up, Mr. Victor? Downloading the Hotfix. Hope it helps. Well, if you're downloading the Hotfix, I do hope it sorts out your problems. Really do. Managed to finally pull a decent 6-star today. Nice. Friday 99. He's a fair bit tricky to play, though. I must warn you. He's a fair bit tricky to play. But he's way better now. Definitely not as good as normal as it was before, but at least now the game's playable. Unfortunately, Dex still messed up for me. My characters seem to be slower to react. So it is better, but you still have problems. Okay, gotcha. Because I'm going to be making a video, obviously, about the hotfix and whether it seems to be working and stuff like that. So for you, you're basically saying that it's better, but there are still significantly worse than it was before this conundrum started for you. Correct? What's up, Slinger? How are you doing? Return to MCOC after a break. Find no answer. Why is everybody at each other's throats? Huh? Why? Reach 26 mil for Spidey 99. Well, here's the thing. If you have the ability to put up a bit more points, I think 26 million is enough, yes. I doubt it's gonna go higher. At the same time, only time that I have missed a 6-star when I was grinding for 6-star was when I thought I put up enough points and I stopped grinding a bit early. And here's the thing, from personal experience, you'd rather put in slightly more work than waste everything that you have done so far. So don't be overly obsessive about it. Don't kind of like grind your tits off today, but try to put up some more points, you know. As long as you have time, just do it, you know. It should be enough, but rather do a bit of extra work than waste all of the work. You know what I mean? Listen, guys, AMRO compensation for players coming to MCOC. I have heard something about it, yes. But hey, good for them, you know. Good for them. I would be devastated if I played a game and invested plenty of money in it and, you know, it shut down. So in this case, they get a very, very strong start in this one. So, you know, I think it's fine. It's not like, you know, they're going to download the game, they're going to have their units and stuff, and they're all going to jump into like plot alliances and all that other stuff. You know what I mean? Can see about this hotfix, but my god, I downloaded the new update. These bugs made me let Iron Man Infinity War impossible to play. Well, download the hotfix and then get back to me. Do you think they'll update glory potions too? Takes 14 items. I do not. They have not. Here's the thing. I'm 100% certain they're doing it on purpose. AQ glory potions cost exactly the same as they do now for like 2.5 years. We have had like 4 glory store updates, but everything else got significantly cheaper except the potions. I think the only thing that they might do is include a new potion, include the next level of AQ potion or AW potion for glory, and you know, also increase the price of it. That's what I think they could do, but I don't think they will reduce the potion price. Or if they do, they're just gonna make the new potion 260 and kind of like, you know, move everything here down, maybe, but I kind of doubt it. They keep potion prices astronomically high on purpose. It's really, for most part, not good idea to use glory for most people for potions. If you compare like the unit values, like, okay, I'm gonna jump to glory store and I'm gonna explain what I mean. What is khun flexing at? Yep, parry way better now, Dex not really. Had problems with Dex before, so this had no problems with... Okay, gotcha. It's impossible to play without box. Okay, so what I'm gonna show. So if you compare, where is the glory store? See, entire tier 4 basic catalyst costs less than one of these potions. So if we extrapolate the price of items based on the potion price, which is infinitely inflated, then glory store currently values potion 260 glory, right? So 260 glory, if you go here, it heals 6,000 health, I think. Can we still buy these with units? Oh, we can't buy these with units anymore, but it was 60 units, I believe, that we had to spend. I think it was 60 units that we had to spend. How much does this one heal though? 6,000. Yeah, it's 60 units. So that potion represents 60 units at 260 glory, right? And if we were to take all of the prices based on that, so 260 glory equals 60 units, that means that one unit is worth around 4.3 glory. One unit is worth around 4.3 glory. So basically, when you see something in price of glory divided by 4.3, and you're going to get the price of units in that. So they're telling us with their own valuation that a tier 4 basic, yeah, they're telling us that a tier 4 basic costs 46 units, comparatively speaking. They're literally putting a tier 4 basic at least, you know, not far from an energy refill. Or they're telling us that if tier 2 alpha is 600 glory, so if we take 600 glory, so divided by 4.3, that would be about 83 units. That's about 83 units what they are valuing tier 2 alpha in glory store, if we take the price of potion as like the standard, which is the only item that we can directly correlate, I believe. So yeah, no, potions are extremely overpriced, comparatively speaking. And that's on purpose, because they haven't changed or decreased the potion price in years. In about 3 years now, I think. Alright, I'm gonna quickly catch up now. Oh, yep. One member who joined the alliance in his mini account, his account was kicked, and then he was told to wait for some other member to be kicked to be allowed to join again. He left, then blame him? Yeah, of course. Of course. The compensation is like a bomb's attempt to pour the time and money invested. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, so I'm not like upset. I'm not jealous of those people. You know, I'm happy for them. They get a decent start in this game that might potentially, you know, convert them from MROC players to MCOC players, which is, you know, a good move. And, you know, it's not like, again, if you get a brand new account and you have no ISO, no catalysts, nothing, you just have those items that were listed there. I don't remember all of them. But, you know, it's not like you're going to be able to compete at a Masters Alliance or Platinum Alliance, Plat 1 or Plat 2 alliances like anytime soon anyways. You're still going to have to put in a lot of work to grow that account. So yeah, no, I think it's fine. Thought Kabam got the idea in the next competition. Well, I don't know what Kabam got, what ideas Kabam gets. But, I'm kind of shocked that they haven't spoken about Alliance quest and implications Alliance quest, they mentioned Alliance for Seasons. It's like from the video that I made yesterday. The Kaban's post, oh, we're going to be assessing the impact on Alliance War and stuff like that. There are so many people who get absolutely, well, let's just say, JJ got her backdoors kicked in Alliance quest. And so did plenty of other people. If you know what I mean. No lube. Backdoor invasion. By literally first or second fight in their respective parts in Alliance quest. But again, I'm really not interested in compensations, you know. I don't care for a free 6-star Nexus crystal much, you know. I just want the game to work. And I want to be able to earn my 6-star Nexus crystals. As soon as compensation stops, the master will realize that level 1 team revive removal from the loyalty store has screwed them. Yes, I agree with that. I do agree with that. Also, low. I use pretty much all of my items on day 1 AW. IQ. Yeah, I believe you. Trust me, JJ, I believe you. Slowly adapting to the huge unit count. Yeah, I can agree to that. I kind of had gotten used to that big unit number, and I'm like, what are these? Units for ants? Where are my big numbers? No, I agree with that. I kind of got used to the big unit number. I agree with that. Paradox, yeah, Paradox has been changed. I made a video on it yesterday. Paradox has been changed from 9 to 12, which means it's easier to play, which means it's quite significantly easier to play. Because what people, it doesn't sound as big of a difference from 9 to 12. It sounds like, you know, you got basically third increase, you know, 33% extra from what you used to have. But when it comes to room to play, you do have much more than that. Because realistically, when you played Paradox nodes, you had to be at the very least 3. So 3 was while you know, 3 was acceptable, 4 was acceptable, 5 was acceptable, 6 was acceptable, 7 was acceptable. So 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8 was already dodgy but still acceptable. So you only had 6 Paradox kind of levels that you could play with. But in reality now you have from 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and 11. You went from 6 to 11. So it's nearly twice as easy to manage the charges in between those thresholds. Because you have much wider gap now. So it is a very huge change for that Paradox. 1 second, somebody's knocking on the door. Here we go. Right. Does it really surprise you that they haven't said anything? Well, it surprised me that they said something but left AQ out, is what surprised me. You know what I mean? Actually, we have enough revives we can die on. Well, I don't know, actually, you know. Well, I guess we do, because I do have like 5-week AQ compensation left and claim still. I actually need to claim that AQ stuff. Still. But for a while I was actively kind of dying in AQ on purpose, just because I had the items, you know, so I was just, I don't know, picking Hercules, going brrr in all the mini bosses and bosses, and just reviving and going brrr again, you know what I mean? No, that's not Kabamang, that was my girlfriend. Politely advising me, shut the fuck up because I'm too loud. Sweet baby. Complete Act 5 got A-bomb as first 6-star. Well, if you have Red Guardian, A-bomb actually can be potentially quite good first 6-star. If you have any version of Red Guardian that has synergy with A-bomb. Someone needs to update the start, begin, KO buttons. They kind of look bad. Yes. I actually will make a video on that, Black Lightning. I actually will make a video on that. On the UI changes. Because I spoke with White Mummy, and the White Mummy kind of compared... Because I already made a video where kind of White Mummy... Okay, so here is the full story. When they did the UI change, White Mummy is actually a graphics design teacher in a university. And when Kabam did the last month's change, then he actually took screenshots and used this game in his classes as an example of what not to do while designing games, graphics, and things like that. And now they have actually addressed a lot of those points. So that video is already out, where I talk about everything that's, you know, wrong from a professional graphics designer standpoint with the look of this game. And they addressed quite a lot of those problems. So I wanted to make a video mentioning that, but at the same time, they also still really struggle maintaining the identity of their graphics packs throughout the game, because there are several different variations of buttons and color schemes and stuff like that. And well, I'll show you some pictures in a second, what I mean, that I'm gonna be showcasing in that video as well, that White Mummy made. What changes kind of he proposes. So I think if I open here, it'll be good. So just a second, folks. So here we are. So for instance, he can't see it all. Oh wait, I can probably, yeah, resize this a bit. One second, my mouse is not wanting to. Here we go. That should help a bit. And a bit more. So here, for instance, the button design. So the bottom one is how it is currently, and the top one is how it technically should be in order to match with the rest of the game, because they have way kind of... They used to use this design with these brackets, like initially, but it's very few places in the game where it has remained, and most of the time it's something more similar to this now in any new game modes or new kind of like implementations in the contest. And it's kind of like the similar thing here, where you see how it's changed. Like there is nothing kind of highlighting the inventory thing, what he changes, and he changes actual just like a straight up line to what it is now in the button wise, and it does look much better because it does kind of flow together. Or like the continue button, you see, comparatively speaking, it would just be easier if it was a nicer and cleaner if it was this way. And same thing as, like, you know, the preview, begin quest, and all the buttons. And because they do have that in some of the game modes, and this is much more in line keeping with their overall newer kind of like tendencies of what they are putting in the game. So anyways, I'm gonna make a video on it. I hope you guys are gonna enjoy it. Let me quickly catch up to the chat. Complete act. Okay. What's up, Patil? How are you doing? I was just making fun of panels. There you go. Did you think I wouldn't know where to find it? Ah. You can walk? I can walk indeed. Back door or front door, KT? Oh, my girlfriend surprised by my back. How tall am I? I'm 6'5", so I'm about 2 meters tall. 2 meters. Well, this is it. Come on, I found KT's house. Nope. Are you ever able to do 4-star arena milestones? It's impossible for me. I actually don't. I have done maybe once I have done them, all of them. But you know that it is quite a grind. It is quite a grind. There are quite a lot of units in it though. But the thing with 4-star arena is it gets progressively worse. It's, you know, much more time and effort to get the last milestones than it is the initial ones. So the best thing is to get up to 2 million. Up 2 million is where the kind of biggest cutoff is. When 2 featured this month, well, I hope you get to open your 2 featured. I actually opened a basic 6-star yesterday. And I immediately regretted it. Who can guess? Who can guess what I got in my basic 6-star yesterday? Only going for featured from Sigil. There you go. A new account. Do I get new rewards or is it for returning players? No, you mean those rewards that people are talking? It's from MROC players. I don't think if you start new account, you know, you're gonna get something, but nothing special. What's up, Mohammed Usman? How are you doing? That's for progression till January. There you go. I was worrying about you. 5-star featured and banned. 5-star featured is so-so. It's not really the greatest featured 5-star either. Want to let you know that I have quit MCOC. My mental health is shit right now. I was in a very dark place in life, so I have to make sure I look after myself. I completely understand, Mohammed. I completely understand. I have been there myself. And I wish you nothing but the best, the happiness, the serenity of mind, and positive outlook. I am recently, happily, you know, getting over my problems, and I hope you do get over your problems, Mohammed. Thank you for being here. Mental health is a very, very big issue. Trust me, I know. I have plenty of problems with that too. You're 6'5"? Yeah, I am quite tall. 6'30", 6'300" surfer? Nope. Your mom? Nope. Squirrel Girl? Nope. With Squirrel Girl, I wasn't actually that upset when I just first time duped her. And Fist Hair? No. Sig 220. No, my Luke Cage is only Sig 160 or Sig 180. Cable dupe? Nope. Sig 280 dupe? No. Sig 120 Yondu is the answer. Sig 120 Yondu. It wasn't quite a max Sig champ, but you know, don't think Yondu. I don't see a contest where Yondu is a exciting champion to rank up, especially with, you know, the slowdown of buffs and stuff. So yeah, it was Sig 120 Yondu now. Oh crap. Yeah. Do you use any other social media actively? No, I actually think that social media is I only use Twitter for my account, kind of, you know, for my YouTube, and I don't use any other social media really. I mean, I have a Facebook account that I haven't done anything on in many years, and I keep active only because of Messenger, because I can contact my family back home. And that's about it. I don't use any social media. I think social media is extremely harmful for you. I think social media is horrible. I think it's bad. I think it makes you worse as a human being. I think it damages your mental health. I think it teaches you all the wrong things in life. I think it takes you away from people around you in your life that you should be spending your time and attention with. And I think it fills your head with fake illusions of what other people's lives are, because none of that's real, or very little of that's real. My personal advice is get off as many social media platforms as you can and use it as little as possible. YouTube is a bit different. YouTube is not, strictly social media. YouTube is also a content platform. YouTube can be used as a social media platform, yes, but YouTube is I view YouTube somewhat differently than I do TikTok or Instagram or Twitter or whatever else there is these days. But well, anyways, the point is, besides having a Twitter account for this YouTube channel, that I also don't really use all that often. I primarily use it to kind of follow news and updates, largely for this game, and sometimes tweet something. But yeah, no, I think social media is not good for you, especially young people. Especially young people. Five-star hood, any good? Yeah, five-star hood is very, very good. Yondu is cool? No. Yeah, well, Sig 120 Yondu is not much cooler than Sig 100 Yondu, I'll tell you that much. Muhammad buddy, I don't know what to say. Concentrate on you. You can get through this if you ever need to talk. Definitely. Ahmed. Whoa. It was really bad. I tried to kill myself, 2 weeks ago. Jeez. And now that is a big step. And this is one thing that White Mommy told me quite a while ago, that I had never thought about it the way he described the world. That ultimately, we're all in it together. The world is connected. Something good happens to you, something good happens to the world. There's some good that's being created or being received, and that's a positive emotion. And something bad happens to you, it doesn't just happen to you. Those bad things affect people around you and people around them, and there's always much more impact of that. Why I'm saying that is just to maybe help you realize that you're not in it by yourself. There are people on this planet that will love you and accept you unconditionally. And there are people on this planet whose life is made better when you are doing well. I doubt that there is a single person alive who goes to bed wishing you harm. But I'm convinced that there are people on this planet
by the power of Grayskull
that go to bed wishing you well, thinking about you and worrying about you. And I think that is a very straightforward way to look at things. When good things happen to you, good things happen to people around you, by extension. Just because you're happier, you're more satisfied, you're more capable. Think about if you read a book and if you learn a new skill, and if you use that new skill to help somebody, help your mother about something that she didn't know. Or if you get a new job and you improve your financial situation, for instance, which is not the most important thing in the world, but you're able to help your mother or your brother or your sibling or your nephew. All of that connects us together, because you never know how that will affect your people that love you and people that you love. And one of the best things about life is that good things can have bad consequences, but vice versa, bad things can have good consequences. But fact of the matter is that anything you do leaves an impact on yourself and other people. Nothing just disappears as if it had never happened. And remember that. That is one of the things that helps me get out of the bed in mornings. because I do wake up and I know that I can hopefully make somebody else's day better. I try every single day to make my girlfriend's day better. And I know that it means a lot to me if she's happy. And it means a lot to her if she's happy. And if she's happy, she can make her colleague happier. She can make her brother, sister happier when they talk. And life is hard. Life is meant to be hard. But finding satisfaction in that hardship is ultimately what brings us forward. I hope you don't do anything like that again. I hope it taught you a lesson. I hope you're in a better place now. And as somebody who has been in similar positions at some points in my life, and I mean it. I'm not just saying it because I'm streaming on YouTube. I mean it. Talk to me. Come to me. Talk to me. I'll make time for you. Put other things aside, and can get through it. Right. But do what you have to do. Don't be afraid to make bigger changes in your life. If you think that, if you know what's holding you back, if you know what's bringing you down, don't be afraid. Don't be afraid to change yourself. Party back gun with the new update. It is better for most people. From what I hear in general is that some people still have issues with decks, but party is a lot better. Handsome. Good 5-star. Yeah, 5-star hood is very good. 5-star hood is very, very good. Hyundu is not bad. I don't care for either one of them. How about that? I don't do too. That arrow thing was quite cool when it came out, but you know, it's long past being impressive kind of thing. With Walmart Nick Fury. I guess I did. Yes, I did. Did immigrating to a different country take your feeling secure? Yeah, it did. I was quite confident back in Latvia. When I moved to UK, I became extremely insecure.
$99.
Thank you, Kirby. Thank you very much.
Take my money. Eric Nelson $5. F Messiah 66 last.
I'll get to your message. I'm sorry, I just fell behind a bit. Because I did feel that I need to address something. So I believe both of them equal about $5 US. But thank you, both of you. Thank you very much. And all right. But yeah, no. Moving to UK at the age of 19 completely destroyed my self-esteem. It took years to rebuild. I was looking down when I was talking to any person. I was literally just looking at the ground. I was embarrassed. I was ashamed because I spoke different. I acted different. I didn't know how things are meant to happen. First couple of months, even though I spoke English, I couldn't necessarily understand English people. It was absolutely terrifying, and it did break me down. It did break me down because the rest of the aspects of my life were not secure either. I did not know whether I'm going to have a place to live 2 months down the line, for instance. Stuff like that. So yeah, moving to a different country was quite hard. And quite literally took years for me to kind of become myself again. Yeah, I agree. I've never been on any social media with the exception of Line, and that was always been for gaming. If I wanted to be friends with you after high school, I would have been. There you go. There you go. Side quest and master difficulty offer slower rewards compared to another month. I genuinely don't know. I don't really follow that much. Maybe you're right. But it's kind of evened out with that solo event, I think, because the Masters Mojo box, you know, still Masters Mojo box still count as one Mojo box, and you know, you still kind of want to do them to get the tier 5 basic and whatever rewards from that solo event, because you can't get all of the rewards just by doing one difficulty, I think. What's up, Kartik? How are you doing? What's up? It's Omega. Mohammed, you should really see perfect. Yeah, you genuinely should go see somebody. If you don't want, I understand the hesitation of seeing a professional. Trust me, I do. And if that's not something you do feel comfortable with, even though I strongly advise you to do it, speak to someone, anyone. It doesn't matter. Just keep talking. Speak to somebody you trust. If you're too worried or concerned to speak somebody, you know, from your real life, then speak somebody online. Speak to me, speak to JJ, just keep talking to people. Trust me, you need to keep talking to people. The worst thing you can do to yourself is just leave yourself with your own thoughts. Nearly a whole year since I deleted accounts and apps from Facebook and Instagram. It helped me a lot mentally and peace. Yeah, exactly, I agree. I think social media is horrible influence on people. Especially young people, especially like teenagers. Going through time, but don't give hope. Yes. Comment search up. Yeah, I can also agree. I do personally agree that Jordan Peterson is one person worth listening to. You don't necessarily need to agree with everything he says, but I do believe in a lot of he says. Like I'm listening to best-selling audible right now. Please make one. What can I make? I'm just me. Nobody would want to listen to that. What is the purpose of life? If we die, and in 20 years no one will remember us. Purpose is to live. The way I view purpose of life, obviously, you know, there are many approaches to that. It doesn't matter. Like, life matters because we die. Because there's a limited amount of time, the things that we can do. And purpose of life is to overcome, to do things, to experience things. Purpose of life is to die knowing that, I don't know, you had sex, you maybe raised a child, that you achieved your goals, that you overcame adversity. A wasted life is the one where, you know, wasted life is that when you are dying, you have very little to look back to. It's like nobody on their dying bed wishes that they spent extra 5 hours in office. Nobody in their dying bed wishes that, you know, they, I know, earned a few dollars more or. Come on. People typically tend to regret things that they didn't do. That's why I think most important thing in life is to actually go out and do things. Do good things. Be somebody positive. Be a positive influence on some people. Overcome your own problems. Help others overcome theirs. I think that's a perfectly valid life goal to have. And that's a good thing. You can pick your own. New side quest. The nodes when we're about to kill the defender. They gain indestructible buff, but there's Spidey 2099 on path. He doesn't gain the buff and doesn't die. Ah, that's interesting. That's interesting. He doesn't gain the buff and doesn't die. Have you tried nullifying that buff or waiting it out? It's definitely a bug. It's a weird interaction. KD, I don't work till 5 PM on Friday and I got off at 11 PM on Monday. I've been so bored that I legit almost halfway done with 100% count monthly already. Well then, go do uncollected. No, there are people who have done it already as well, by the way. But game is dry at the moment, hence the unit farming month. That's it. Game is very dry at the moment, but by the looks of it, there are some interesting things on the horizon. So I am feeling slightly more optimistic, even though I'm still pissed that I have to wait an extra month. See you later, Black Lightning. Sorry for putting it down in the stream. Don't apologize for that. It's very important. Again, Mohammed, it's very important that you talk to people. If you don't have anybody else talk to me. Like, you know, I am glad that I can be here and perhaps help you. I'm not upset at you. I'm relieved that you spoke to me. You know, I would feel infinitely worse if you was here, you said nothing, and then something bad happened. For instance, I am genuinely grateful and glad to be here in front of you guys. And if I can help people in any meaningful way, that matters to me. That matters to me a lot. So don't apologize about that. 2 quotes to live by. We suffer more in imagination than in reality. I agree. Stop worrying about things you cannot control. I actually have said both of those things. I said both of those things because my better half is a bit like that. She worries about things she cannot control, and she always blows up problems in her own head and invents problems. And both of those things I have quite literally said to my better half as well multiple times. I 100% agree to both of those sayings. Touch other people every day without knowing it. Smiling. Yeah, exactly. We touch other people without knowing it. Just smiling. Like, yeah. Completely agree. Just a smile can make somebody's day. That's why I come here. Wait, see. Laughing about silly Crocs jokes in a few minutes. Weird. Oh, I hope that Croc bastard doesn't show up. I hope that Croc bastard doesn't show up. Do you like your coffee black? No. I like my coffee with no sugar, but I do like cream in it. Speaking of, I need to get some of that coffee down. I don't put sugar in my coffees anymore at all. I used to. I don't anymore, but I do still like cream. Being gamer was a blessing for me. Never gone to social media. Very good. Very good. Amazing how much more painful is playing with Unawakened Hype. Yes. That's why I haven't ranked 3 my Unawakened Hype. I will rank 3 him the moment I give him a gem or when I do him. But yeah, no, I think social media is not good. I think there are good things that have come out of social media, don't get me wrong, and I do think that social media is capable of having a positive influence on some people's lives. But I think overwhelmingly it has negative effect on majority of the people. You know, I'm sure somebody's gonna say, you know, Facebook changed my life, I got famous because of Facebook, or you know, these good things happen to me on Facebook. Yeah, good things can happen in bad places. I do believe that there are people whose life have been made better because of social media and things like that. But I do think that, you know, 90% of the people who use social media are affected negatively in significant ways. I believe every human would benefit from seeing a therapist. Yes, I agree. What's up, your ancient mama? How are you doing? Meaning life is suffering. It's up to us to transcend that into good. It's poignant. I don't necessarily want to say the meaning of life is suffering, but difficulties, obstacles, and overcoming them. And yes, channeling that into something good. Oh, that's the Jacobkanda. I do not know. I didn't even pay attention to it. Therapy is a hotfix you all seek from friends and or professionals. True, true. Hey, what's up, Jason? How are you doing? I don't even know what Chief Keef is. I mean, getting help from my local mental health team. That's very good. That's very good. As long as you're getting help, I think that lets everybody kind of ease up a bit, and that's the most important thing. It really is. But still, if you don't think, you know, working out, if you still feel like talking, if there's still something you don't feel like you can tell them for whatever reason, or any other reason, reach out to me, message me, and I will make time for you. Try milk maize in your coffee. What's that? What's milk maize in your coffee? With ice and... I don't know what you are telling me to do there, Minkle. Unfortunately traumatized when I was young by therapy because I don't think young kids necessarily should go to therapy. Unless there is some exceptional event, trauma or something to overcome, I disagree with young developing childs and minds being subjected to therapy. I do think obviously there are exceptions to every point that I'm trying to make, and there always are. Nothing is absolute in life, bar few things. But I don't think I can agree with therapy to young kids. In most cases, at the very least. I think, you know... I know, it's kind of difficult to explain, but I think whilst your mind is young, I think it has to be let to develop and grow. And I don't think there's much harm in seeing somebody like therapist, like, I don't know, for a brief period of moment or for a couple of sessions, but it's hard for me to imagine a healthy adult growing up if you have been subjected for therapy years as a kid. I was unfortunately traumatized when I was young because I lived with my grandma and she was a little crazy and she forced me to go to therapy when I was 5. And therapists had no idea. Kids.
Hello, sir.
Shut up and take my
And ever
money.
since then, therapy can give me... Yeah.
Eric Nelson, $5. Finish reading those and your point will be even more confirmed.
Thank you, both of you. Thank you very much. So I think Herbie is up top now here though. But yeah, that's exactly my point. I think therapists for young children is a horrible idea in vast majority of the cases. You know, maybe if something horrible has happened in front of the child, but kids normally get over those things anyways. I think that's about 15 US dollars. But yeah, thank you both of you. And yeah, I can fully understand why. And I'm sorry that we have mentioned it so many times in today's stream. I'm gonna try not to, but yeah, it does sound quite horrible. It does sound something that can screw you up for life. Black coffee is diesel fuel. Doesn't put sugar in coffee, disgusting. The more time passes, the more social media will become toxic. Yes, I agree. Okay, just an hour ago, I had a silly glitch in game where all my characters in the fight screen were pink. Oh yeah, that's been happening for a few months now. One time I messed up my toe at 3 AM. It was very painful. Happens. Oh, everyone we met will die. Oh, that's harsh. You know what won't die? Bugs in this game will never die. Milkmaid. I don't even know what a milkmaid is. Sorry. Do you think 6-star overseer is worth generic awakening gem? I would not give a generic awakening gem. I have a rank 3 6-star overseer. I like him quite a lot. I think he's quite cool. But I would not give him a 6-star awakening gem. Red pie sounds very damaging to developing identity. Yeah, that's exactly what I was trying to get to. I think, you know, therapy is not necessary. Because the way I see therapy, for all the good it can do, it can also be fairly invasive in the way you are perceiving world. And once you're adult, once you have formed your opinions, it definitely can help. There's a lot of good that can be taken. But as you are developing, I think it often does more harm than good. Yeah, therapy at such a young age really messed up, I think, in most cases. Hey, good morning, Luke. You put me in therapy because I wasn't the best kid in school and I wanted to go to live with my mom, and my grandma wanted to continue to live off the government and couldn't do that as well without me. Yeah, that does not sound very pleasant. I'm not, you know, I'm not the person to judge your parents or your grandma. You know, ultimately you are here and only you know your life story. And I do believe in reconciling with your relatives and putting things behind you. Like I used to have a strained relationship with my father for years, but I was happy to reconcile it before he passed away. I used to have a strained relationship with my mother for a multitude of reasons. And it took me years, but I did put it aside and you know, it's better off for everybody if we learn to let things go. I think, anyways. Like, I had a fairly, let's say, eventful and turbulent childhood, and there is more to this story, which would make it even more kind of painful. At least it did make it more painful for me if I went into details, which I'm not going to overshare. But to kind of break it down in a brief exchange was biggest problem I have ever had with my mother was when she flat out told me that she does not think that I am good enough for some person, as in to have a relationship with some person. And that hit me very hard, because, you know, that was the same girl that I had been together with throughout my what, 5 years? That's, you know, all the school age stuff like that till the young adulthood. Anyways, it was fairly messed up, and that proper messed up. That, like, anyways, That's the best way. That was the day we broke up. And I was already absolutely fucked up. And when she said that, my mind kind of just broke. And it did take years. It did take years to get over that. But we did. But we did. And that's the point of it. Her and I have reconciled. My father, however, that's a different story. Can't fix every life's problem. Fixing some. Good enough. Maybe one day. Or maybe never. You know? But I'm glad to hear that you have reconciled. Thank you. If I do ever feel like that again, I'll definitely reach out and talk to someone. Thank you, Mohammed. Okay, I'm glad to hear that. Cool interview you had with Prof. Really interesting. Well, thank you, Luke. Thank you very much. Yeah, well, that's a bit different then. If you never really grew up knowing your father, you know, then that's a bit different situation. Oh crap. Then, you know, it's kind of much more understandable. Also have an older brother on his side that I have never met and probably won't. Well, there's no need to force things upon yourself. You know, that rarely works out well. Ultimately, if you ever do want to meet him and it is something that is important to you, you will. You find a way and you will. Meanwhile, don't feel bad about the fact that you don't want to, I'd say. Just let life be. But see, stories like this just, you know, show time and time again that we all have baggage. We all have our you know, past or issues with upbringing, and it never matters what part of the world you're from or whether you were born wealthy or poor. It's like wealthy people might not have the same problems the poor people does, but they still have problems, you know. And we all have our stories. At the end, what matters the most is how we deal with them. How we overcome those issues. So any number of things is capable of chewing you up and spitting you out and leaving a shadow of yourself. And, you know, you should find pride in being able to deal with your problems and issues.
Shut up and take my money.
Chels $50.
Oh.
Just because.
Well, I guess Eric's and Herbie's war just finished with big Chels coming up. Again, can we return to the conversation of whether Chels is a Batman or not? We're still looking for a PI. Oh, by the way, Chels, K-Dog wanted you to be his office bling. Good morning. But yes, K-Dog wanted you to be his office bling in one of the recent streams. And don't do it, Eric, but by the way, don't do it. Don't do it. At least I don't think you should. At least I don't think you should. Exactly. So, oh, look at that. Chels here. K-Dog's here. Now you can work it out who's gonna be who's off his blink. Yeah. She's a cat woman. So, Chels, which jewelry store did you rob today? Huh? Exactly, Eric. Just stay away from him. You know? Less you have to do with him by the sound of it, the better your life will be. That's just about that. Batman needs a Robin. Yeah. Just don't do it, not worth it. Poison, heal block, and a nice level 1 in the face. So shouldn't you be asleep? Huh? Good night, everyone. Good night, Herbie. Good night. Thank you very much, by the way. Thank you. Hope you're having a nice night, evening, and I hope you rest well. And then wake up and take on the world. Look at all the units that I'm very slowly earning. I'm gonna be running out of 4 stars. I never ranked up, it turns out I never ranked up too many 4 stars because I stopped ranking 4 stars very long time ago. By the way, Chels. By the way, congratulations on your ghost. Huh? Saw that sexy ghost dupe. So, congratulations. Let's just quickly tear up this eyeball. There we go. Okay, back to the game stuff. Exactly, I agree. Had a fairly heavy stream today. And that's fine. I genuinely, that's one of the things that I love about streaming. Every time I click the button, start streaming, I don't know how it's gonna go or where it's gonna go. You know, I don't know things that we're gonna talk about. I don't know who's gonna show up, with few exceptions. I don't know exactly, you know, what's gonna happen, and that's fun. That's exciting. I enjoy that. I enjoy discussing as many different things as I possibly can. Hopefully helping some people along the way. Learning things myself. Learning things about you, or just things about world or history or other topics that I have never, you know, educated myself properly on, because what's the best way to put it? I might think of myself as a relatively clever person, but it's not that. I think of myself as a fairly logical human being. You know, with fairly decent amount of trivia knowledge and stuff like that. But by no means, I think, you know, I might be, you know, what's the best way to put it? I might think that I'm smarter than someone, but I'll never think that I'm smarter than everyone. And the total sum of knowledge that you guys possess in that chat is vastly superior to mine. And that's awesome. That's exciting. That also lets me learn new things. I love that. Is Gulk good? Gulk can be useful for particular things, but no. Good is not... He's not bad. He's not awful. He has his place in the game. He has his uses. But I don't think I would use the word good for Gladiator Hulk. Did Kabam put out a fix yet? Yes, I believe that Hotfix is out. You should try and download it. Hotfix should be out. You are one of the few streamers I know who don't shy away from these topics when they come out. What good would that do? That's because I believe tackling problems head on, not trying to run away from them or ignore them. So I'm also not the type of person who is gonna see something horrible or bad happening and shy away from it, you know. I know that it might be stupid, but I might, you know, I don't know. If I'm gonna be in bus and there's gonna be a drunk tard harassing somebody, I'm gonna get involved. I might get my ass kicked, but I'm gonna get involved. Normally I'm quite good at de-escalating situations like that. You know, I just don't believe in mind your own business and shy away from problems or injustice or things like that. I do believe that we all have capacity to do good things. And when opportunity presents itself, I do believe that we should take it. I just updated my defense mastery, unlocking recovery, maxing willpower, and coagulate. Coming for your recall. I generally don't really run coagulate most of the time. But you know, whatever works for you. And yeah, back to the game thing. Because cleanse is not the same as purify. That's why Jabari Punter can do that. Cleanse is... It's kind of similar situation to... It might be annoying, Eric, by the way, when Jabari can do that. But what you need to compare it as is Black Widow Clairvoyant and buff immunity. Buff immunity is not nullify, stagger, or fate seal, or whatever. And specifically, buff immunity is not mentioned in any of, you know, those champion descriptions and stuff like that. Therefore, Black Widow Clairvoyance level 2 pretty much always bypasses all the nullify immunity nodes and things like that. It's because of slightly different terminology, and you know, there are several examples of that in the game. That's one of them. That's one of them. APOC couldn't stop at 100% masochism. APOC can stop 100% masochism. APOC can stop 100% masochism. Gulk is outdated. Yeah, Gulk is also outdated. FYI, calling out who becomes Office Blink is the perk of 100% donos. $100 donos. It's just my fun little game. Okay, no, we can do that. Whoever goes to 100 then can make somebody else their Office Blink. Ooh, I have an idea. We can put it in text. If there is a $100 dono, I can put a second line under the dono saying Chels $100, and then we can put Chels bitch boy K-Dog, for instance, or something like that. You can pick a term. Office Bling is, you know, I think a bit too discreet. Boy toy, or yeah, boy toy, something like that. We can do that, yes. I think that'd be quite interesting. If we ever reach $100, then, you know, then you get to nominate your boy toy or trophy girl or something like that. That could be quite fun. Let the truth come out then, huh? Possible once in your life have an Indian sweet called jalebi. What does it taste like? Why does APOC take damage from Bishop? And it's a bleed immune. Let's start with the fight. Why does APOC take damage from Bishop? And it's a bleed immune. Well, you take damage from Bishop if you bleed Bishop, I believe. One second, let me check. Welcome. Yeah, well, you take damage from Bishop if Bishop is bleeding and he has prowess effects active. Because if he's bleeding or has shock effect or incinerate on him, I believe, then he's gradually losing his prowesses, but for every prowess that he loses, you take damage. That's how Bishop works. Yeah, Gulk is... Well, Gulk is not the worst pick either. Definitely not the best, but not the worst either. So you shouldn't be too upset, I'd say. Thank you for making me feel a bit better today. I'm going to head out for the day. Alright, I hope you have a wonderful day, man. You're very welcome. Oh, I know APOC should stop 100% masochism, but in my run at that path in 646 here and then Maso was triggered. It might be something to do with, I don't know, ability accuracy reduction or increased ability accuracy. That could be a thing. If opponents have increased ability accuracy, then masochism would trigger. No, no, chaps. Just be... At least Gals give you permanent counter to magic, true. Thank you everyone in chat for your support. I'm sure they were happy to do their best. 300 away from the 40k milestone. True, it's coming. It's coming slowly but surely. It's coming. Up to me to speed it up. Hopefully now that I'm in better health and better spirit, we're gonna make that happen in no time. Tastes like love. Okay. I love the idea. Well, there you go. So now we're just gonna need to see how long it takes till somebody actually gets up to 100. Now I'm just gonna have to wait and see for a while, because it doesn't happen, you know, every day. But we'll get there. I'm sure we will at some point. Never ever bleed, shock, incinerate, or purify debuff against Bishop. You can purify debuff against Bishop if you're not a skill champion, I believe. It's only the skill champions who get completely shot, you know? Or it's all of the champions, I forgot. Bishop's one of those champions I feel like I read his abilities a ton of times, but I still don't know what he does. He's a fairly interesting character. Guillotine 2099 damage, so fun. Again, not for me. I'm not the biggest fan. Thanks for answering about APOC and masochism. Missed that point, no problem. You're welcome. Trying to explore variants 7.3.1. There is a magic with 14k attack and only science and cosmic. Champs allowed. Just summon a unit man. Gladiator Hulk. Wait, variant 7 is which variant? Which champions you can bring in there? Variant 7 was the Deadpool one. No, wait, variant 7 was the hero, right? Heroes, Science Cosmic. Quake? How about Quake? Yeah, what about Quake? So, Science, Cosmic, Heroes. There we go. Your options against that magic. You can try and nuke it with... Oh no, well, He's not gonna keep her charged for long. Hercules and Immortality. There you go, that's one option. Quake is another option. Gladiator Hulk, Immortal Hulk could be an option with his immortality. Spider-Gwen, and you know, just underweight the crap out of her. You can try and work around it with Thing and Protection, even though that would be quite tricky. Human Torch can do that fight as well. You just need to parry like 50,000 times before you start landing your light hits. Yes, Human Torch can be an option too. So see, we found some options for you without the Unit Man. Found some options for you without the Unit Man. Yeah. What do you think? No. Angela will not be able to out-heal Limbo. It's a 14k attack magic. Variant attacks are really crazy. You're not even gonna come close to being able to out-heal that Limbo. That's never gonna happen. That's just not gonna happen. Sorry. No. But we got you some answers. Oh. Talking the bleed immunity, the type of how counting as purify. Yeah, it does. Unfortunately, it does. It does it also against like Jubilee. It sucks. It does suck. I remember going in a fight with like APOC and then those immunities kicking in and it's like... I got you, John. What variant is easier? I think easiest overall is variant 4, but it doesn't really have all that many good rewards either. You really want to be looking at variants 5, 6, 7, 8, of whom I think probably... well, it kind of depends on your roster. I think variant 6 probably has the easiest completion. Variant 6 probably has the easiest completion. All purifiers bishop will be punished. Right. Okay. Fair play. I'm gonna go try to quake Dorm because size matter is broken. Yeah. Then you need to quake. No, it actually does happen. It really does happen. It's meant to be an immunity, but it does count as purify for those abilities. It's odd. It's odd what it is. But it does happen. Like, if you have APOC with that, let's say, bleed immunity active, and it triggers at the beginning of the fight against Jubilee, you will take damage. You can go and test it out. One bishop deleted. Oh, bishop is one of those defenders that is a scary mother flipper. I completely agree. Bishop is one scary mother flipper. Okay, I'll just eat that heavy attack because I wanted the power. Absolutely nothing to worry about. Nimrod's actually not that great against bishop either. You still need to be worried about that. I mean, Nimrod can do bishop, but out of all of the mutants, I would say bishop is the worst matchup for Nimrod. Because A, bishop has huge energy resistance, and all the damage Nimrod does is energy resist. B, Nimrod's not incinerate immune. So if he drops to level 1, you still need to be worried about being incinerated. And C, Nimrod uses shocks, and if you shock bishop, then you take damage back. So, well, Nimrod can do bishop decently well. It's not that great. Like, I wouldn't say that Nimrod is the best bishop counter. Bishop is just a bit of a... What? Like, bishop is not enough to rank 3? Well, I guess I do. I have a rank 3 bishop. I do have a rank 3 bishop. What you can do about that, huh? What you gonna do about that? But is there a better option for bishops? Yes, Quake. Penny is great against bishop as well. Penny is definitely overall better option against bishop than Nimrod is. Because of the incinerate immunity and, you know, still being tech and rest of the stuff. And, you know, you don't necessarily deal energy damage exclusively. And you typically nuke down the bishop at that level too. Who is the best bishop? Archangel actually destroys bishops most of the case. We often use Archangel. Because of the neurotoxins and stuff like that, you just kind of screw around with bishop really well. So Archangel is very good. I think Captain America Sam Wilson is going to be really good against bishop. That's the next one. I hate Penny. Yeah, yeah. I also really dislike fighting Penny Parkers. I really do. Yeah, Sig 200 Ultron would make it quite easy too. I agree. Sig 200 Ultron does sound very good. Ralk is a decent option. I think Angel even could be quite decent, no? Maybe getting rid of... yeah, I think Angel could be quite a decent option. But yeah, we use, I think, most of the time Archangel for bishops. Or Quake. As I thought, I suck so much at Quake to be of any use. Don't be too hard on yourself. Even if you do suck, practice is all that's required. Anti-venom? Yeah, anti-venom. Or torch is pre-fight. Not too sure on torch. Not too sure on torch. Okay, let's get to that 2.9 million mark. Can High Sig Ultron heal back the special damage or just the energy damage? What do you mean special? Special attack damage? If special attacks are energy attacks, then yes. Special attacks are energy attacks, then yes. Ghost is good for bishop, true. You know, there are options. There are always options. How does she work, Penny? How does what work for Penny? How does she even work, Penny? What do you mean? How does she? I don't quite understand the question. Kitty. Yeah, I suppose Kitty should work. Specifically against bishop, I don't remember. I think I'm quite sure that level 2 is definitely energy. I'm not. 1 second. Actually, we're gonna check. Actually, we're gonna check in a sec. Where is Mr. Tron? Where is Mr. Tron? Sorry, not Tron. We need to check. Bishop. his attacks. Counterfeit energy projectile. Yes. See? That's why you aren't my energy projectile. So all but first hits of special 1 or special 2, you will heal back. Because those are energy attacks. How does Penny work? In a typical fight, get to a level 1, use your level 1 just as opponent gets past the bar of power. So you can take them under and back over a bar of power by gaining more charges. And then go for level 2, pretty much. Basically, it's 1 or 2 special ones, but use those special ones just as opponent is about bar of their power. And then just race to level 2, and that's it. But no special 2 against Bishop. Correct. Kind of. Love Luke Cage in this month's EQ. Yeah, Luke Cage this month's EQ is just demolishing everything. Sounds like I need to awaken and sync up my Ultron. If you are planning on ranking up 5-star Ultron, if you still rank up 5, I mean, if you're still ranking up 5 stars, yes. Well, that sounds like a good idea. Love Guillotine 2099. I'm always trolling my alliance. She's the best tech. Why do you do that? Why do you do that? That's just mean. That's just mean. Should I leave War Defenders on Suicide because removing Suicide Mastery for wars too tedious, also costly? It entirely depends how serious your alliance is with Alliance War. I do it. Like right now I have Liquid Courage Double Edge active. I need to place Alliance War defense. I will take off my Liquid Courage Double Edge. And I will place the defense. Because my alliance takes war seriously. If your alliance doesn't, that is something that you basically need to ask your alliance leadership, if they are okay with it. Many alliances, you know, if you play war fairly casually, go for it. Watch Kabam make a bishop boss in 7.4? Probably. Why not? Why not? Would be fun. Actually like when people trash talk Gilly 2099. She was annoying, but she's my great potential. I'm glad to master it. I'm not trying to trash talk Gilly 99. She's just a champion that I definitely do not enjoy. There's just too many things to kind of worry about for me to like using her. And the worst thing for me personally is the fact that you have to finish the fight with level 3, and therefore half the time in the fights you need to think, can I throw a special attack, or do I already need to start saving power to get 3 bars of power? So somewhere halfway through the fight you're like, can I throw a special attack? No. And then obviously you need to maintain your combo always, and I just don't enjoy it. If she had a way how to carry on the 100 charges without throwing level 3, like finishing the fight with a heavy attack or something like that, yeah, I'd be okay with that. I'd like her a lot more. But since it's always the level 3 thing or nothing, then it's just kind of ruining the fun for me. I'm not saying she's bad, you know. I have a maxed out 5-star, and if I need to, I will rank up a 6-star. I did get a 6-star not too long ago. It's just, it's not a champion I personally enjoy. Why is it important to play as defense or suicides? To explain it in short, because suicide masteries will deal a real crap ton of damage to your defenders by themselves, because your defenders will have increased attack and health. And because of that, there's going to be way more damage going to them from Liquid Courage Double Edge. And also recoil, so every time your defenders throw a special attack, they'll lose, you know, a big chunk of health. And your defenders effectively kill themselves. If you place your defense with Suicide Masteries active, it becomes, you know, infinitely easier to KO your defenders. Fast and efficient and quick And you can do a lot of fights very fast and easy that you otherwise would not have been able to do, kind of thing. That's fine, because it makes your defense weak. That's one of the biggest downsides. I agree, you're not trash talking, it's just general emotion for her. It's not necessarily just emotion. Like, for me, it's also, you know, inconvenient half the time. Like, if you want to access her abilities, for instance, power drain on level 1 or heal reverse on level 2 or whatever else, you can't do it freely because you often need to start saving power for level 3. And it's just that I have my reasons of not being the biggest fan. I'm not saying she's a bad champion by any means. Like, in my tech rankings, I placed her base 4th, I believe, or 3rd. You know, Ghost, Warlock, then it's either Ultron or her, kind of thing. She's a very good champion. Just not for me. Yeah, there could be a synergy, like if you finish with any special attack or if you finish with heavy attack, you carry on your souls. Would be good. Would be very good. Then I'd like her a lot more. Well, to be honest, I'd like her a lot more if she had that in her base kit. Because I really dislike typically champions that rely on synergies. But it still would be obviously super helpful. Eat the heal block. Isn't defense bad until it's on a hitmonkey and you miss parry? Well, yeah, there are few defenders that are kind of better and harder with Suicide Masteries active. There are a couple of those. You know, Elsa is a very good example. You know, Elsa on defense with Suicide Masteries can be tough comeuppance. Skip special 3 gun again? I guess so, maybe. I haven't noticed. I really didn't notice. Maybe. Oh, can I get level 3 with any champion? No. Yeah, I'll be fine. And we're just about, so I need to get to the 2.9 million mark. This is going to be the most points I have put up in this arena in a really long time. Like special on power burn was instant, like yeah, I think I do too, especially because often it's quite difficult to notice that power burn when it's still going on, because you also power drain with the infection ability, you know. So yeah, I guess instant would be neater. I guess I agree with that. Actually, that might be a good idea. They shouldn't necessarily have made that special 3 skip. They should have made special 3, like, you know, speed up. That probably would actually work better. And then there would be no spacing issue thing. Oh, come on. I need to do one more round. 2.9 million. One more round. Let's go for it. Let's go for it. So, before we finish the stream, just so we are clear, the hotfix has been helpful to most of you, right? Just checking. Visualize FPS going there, seizures with the speeder. Nope. So Hotfix has... Did you install Hotfix, Hugo? Hugo Punisher. Have you downloaded the Hotfix? I haven't tried it yet, it's scared. Understandable. Oh crap. For sure. Don't see anything different. Affirmative. I'm actually gonna... I'll probably just make a poll. Yeah, I'm gonna make a poll straight after the stream. I'll keep it up for a bit, I guess. Okay, so here we go. There we are. Can claim a few milestones here. 2 million. Another 14 units. Another 14 units. And another 14 units. Look at that. Hey, what's up, Kingslayer? Yes, my Hotfix worked perfectly. Okay. Glad to hear that. Glad to hear that. Where is Hotfix? It isn't in my Play Store. It ought to be. Maybe you downloaded, maybe you updated automatically. Maybe it updated automatically. Could that be possible? Look at that, arena combat. Ooh. Mystic combat. All good here then. Need to claim those later. Need to rank up a science champion. Need to figure out who that is going to be and next level up. Seems like working fine. For me it was unplayable, now it's better than it was before the issues. Impressive. Impressive. Right. Let's open up these bad boys. How many battle chips do I have? I have at least 20k, right? Let's go. Units? No units at all. Jesus Christ, man. Not a lucky day for me now. 11 arena crystals, 0 units. 13 arena crystals, 0 units. Ouch, that hurt. Every update comes with its problem? Yes, every update does come with its problem. Either way, guys. Good morning, stretchies. But that will be it. I shall bid you adieu. I do have several videos coming out later today, so make sure not to miss them. Hit that notification bell and all the other good buttons. You guys have been absolutely amazing. I would say huge thank you to Chels. But obviously besides Chels, we have Eric Nelson and Herbie, both of whom also were extremely generous. So thank you very much, guys. It truly does mean a lot to me when you support the channel. And keep in mind that monetary help is always appreciated. But the best thing you can do for the channel is recommend it to your friends, your teammates, send out some links, tell them that this is where you like to come and hang out when you have some free time, and invite them over. The more the merrier, right? That is the best thing that you can do for the channel. Thank you very much, everybody. I'm gonna catch you guys soon. See ya. Hello there, guys, and welcome back to the channel. So we have all the information about the next month.
I'm in danger!
Hello there, guys, and welcome back.